you must have sacrificed your precious time that you previously allotted to other important and pressing matters of our country. We thank you so much for the honor you have given us today. In that vein, and on behalf of the EAP, please convey our heartfelt appreciation to Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for allowing the United Republic of Tanzania, through the National Prosecution Services, to host this AGM and conference. I express my heartfelt gratitude to Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan for this noble deed. I also feel obliged to extend my appreciations to Honorable Dr. Juma Zuberi Homera, the Minister responsible for Constitutional and Legal Affairs, and Honorable Zainab Katimba, Deputy Minister of Constitutional and Legal Affairs, for their support in ensuring this important event became colorful. I extend my heartfelt gratitude for their leadership and encouragement which made this event a reality. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Naibu Waziri wa Katiba na Sheria, na tunaomba utufikishie shukrani na salamu zetu kwa Mheshimiwa Waziri. Honorable Guest of Honor, allow me also to extend my thanks to the EAP Executive Committee under the leadership of Mr. Lenson Igonga for choosing Tanzania and allowing Tanzania to host this AGM. Equal appreciations go to the Traffic International, GIZ, PALMS Foundation, Tanzania Ports Authority, CRDB Bank, NMB Bank, Tanzania Forest Services, Tower, Mining Commission, and all other supporting partners for their collaborative effort in making this event a reality. Honorable Guest of Honor, it is my great privilege to take this moment to formally introduce our invited guests, whose presence adds immense value and distinction to this event. I acknowledge the presence of the following persons. First, Honorable Guest of Honor is our Deputy Minister for Constitutional and Legal Affairs, Honorable Zainab Katimba. Second, Honorable Guest of Honor, we are honored today to have Dr. Mustafa Siang, Principal Judge of the High Court of Tanzania. We have also our President, the EAP President, Honorable Lenson Igonga. He is the Director of Public Prosecution of the Republic of Kenya and our President. We have all heads of prosecution authorities. You may please stand up all together. DPPs, Prosecutor Generals, and Attorney Generals present. We have also Mr. Majaba S. Magana, this is the Commissioner of Financial Intelligence Unit. We have Mr. Frank Kanyus, Administrator General and Chief Executive Officer, RITA. We have Aris Mturo, Deputy Solicitor General. Mr. Samson Kasara, Director of Operation and Training, PALMS Foundation. We have Mr. Jose de la Mata, this is the Vice President, Eurojust, and the entire team, please. We have Mr. Haris Shaban Kitentia, representative of the Director General of Tanzania Ports Authority. Bavo Yunus, President of the Tanzania Public Bar Association. David Mason Mungongo, this is representing the Conservation Commissioner of Tanzania Forest Services. Veronica Matikira, representing the Commissioner General of the Drugs Control and Enforcement Authority. The management of the National Prosecution Services. Regional Prosecution Officers all present. Staffs of the National Prosecution Services, invited guests from law enforcement agencies, our stakeholders, EAP Secretariat, and all other invited guests whom I accidentally missed to mention them specifically. Honorable guests of honor, allow me to once again to welcome you all to this event. My team is fully committed in making sure that your stay through the AGM is comfortable as it can be, so as to allow the delegate to fully concentrate on the deliberation of the conference. Santeni sana, karibuni sana.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sylvester Mwakitalu, the Tanzania's DPP, for your welcoming as well as introductory remarks. May I kindly request all of you coming to speak next to kindly stand on the existing protocol in the interest of time. Honorable guest of honor, allow me now to invite Honorable Saad Mtambule, the Kinondoni District Commissioner, who is representing the Dar es Salaam Regional Commissioner, for his remarks, to be followed by those of Dr. Malik Wajumoto. As for now, the District Commissioner, let's extend a warm welcome to him. Karibu sana.
Honorable Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, the Prime Minister of Tanzania, Honorable Zainab Katimba, Deputy Minister for Constitution and Legal Affairs for Tanzania, and allow me to observe the protocol of the high table and all delegates who are here. A warm good morning to you all.
Good morning.
It's an honor for me to stand here this morning during this 11th AGM AAP conference here in Blue Saphire, Dar es Salaam. I understand the Prime Minister, you have a busy schedule. Last week we had you here in Dar es Salaam. You inspected the Mkwajuni Bridge and Kigogo, and then you had a meeting at Msimbazi Center. But last 2 weeks, we also see you in Njombe and Iringa having several meetings. So we really understand you have a very busy schedule, and to have you here this morning is really a privilege. Please, could you all join me in a round of applause to the Prime Minister for coming here this morning and to join us during this inauguration of the 11th AGM meeting. It's an honor for me to stand here to deliver a few remarks as for Regional Commissioner, our brother Albert John Chalamila, for this AGM. And I really, on behalf of him, thank you all for coming here in Dar es Salaam, especially the Executive Committee for EAP, for choosing Dar es Salaam. We understand Tanzania is huge. You could have chosen to go to Arusha and the other cities, but coming here to Dar es Salaam is really a privilege and a honor for us. And we understand such a meeting will add something to the economy of our people here, jobs and the income. So thank you very much, the Executive Committee and the EAP, for choosing to come here as a host to this AGM meeting in Dar es Salaam. Thank you so much. And I invite you. Dar es Salaam is blessed with a number of attractions and beaches, So please, during your stay here in Dar es Salaam, have time to visit some of the attractions here in Dar es Salaam. We have beaches, like here nearby, we have Jangwani Beach and the hotels, but also we have sporting facilities here in Dar es Salaam. So enjoy your time, have a good time here in Dar es Salaam, and feel safe. And Dar es Salaam is really peaceful. And with that remark, let me, last few years, Dar es Salaam, especially here in Kinondoni, we experienced a number of crime rates, which took the face of gender-based violences, robbery, land grabbing, and the others. But with a good working team of RPO here in Kinondoni and the other RPOs in Dar es Salaam, we really seen the number of crimes in Dar es Salaam has been reduced significantly. So allow me this time to commend the RPOs and the prosecutors here in Dar es Salaam for work well done. They have contributed so much to make sure that Dar es Salaam is peaceful and secured, because most of the crimes identified, when the files they go to the prosecutors, nowadays they take shorter time to review the files and to take the issues to the court. So thank you very much, the prosecutors of Dar es Salaam. And we really, Chalamila told me to pledge our commitment to the prosecutors that we as leaders here in Dar es Salaam, we pledge ourselves to continue cooperating with the prosecutors and abide ourselves to the legal framework, that we are not going to be an obstacle for your work, to make sure you do your duties in a good way. So thank you very much, the prosecutors, and we are really looking forward to keep working with you. My simple request to you is that we have seen the coming of technology and science, advancement of these areas. The crime is now changing. Here in Kinondoni, we used to have robbery, land grabbers, but nowadays the tactic has been changed. People, they are using most sophisticated ways to do the crime. They use the social media and the other stuff, to facilitate their bad issues, bad things. So please, the prosecutors, I understand this conference will help you to gauge, to understand the current ways where the crimes are being done, are being committed. So please don't flip back. Try as much as possible to keep pace with the science and technology, especially the AI, which may give opportunity for the crime to happen in our streets. So thank you very much, and welcome again here in Dar es Salaam, and enjoy your stay here in Dar es Salaam. Thank you, the Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Saad Ntambule, the Kinondoni District Commissioner representing the Dar es Salaam Regional Commissioner. Honorable guest of honor, as we contemplate on leveraging technology, but in the aspects of combating wildlife and transnational organized crime, allow me now to invite Dr. Maliki Wajomto, the Head of Office, Traffic International East Africa, for his brief remarks, to be followed by those of Mr. José de la Mata, Vice President, Eurojust. As he comes, let's extend a warm welcome to him by a round of applause. Karibu-san.
Thank you. Honorable guest of honor, Honorable Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, Prime Minister of Tanzania, Honorables of the High Table, allow me to stand on the existing protocol. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. It is both an honor and a privilege to address this eminent As I continue, it is, as I was saying, it is an honor and a privilege to address this eminent gathering of prosecutorial leaders at the 11th Annual General Meeting and Conference of the East Africa Association of Prosecutors. I would want to commend the EAP for sustaining this important platform for dialogue, cooperation, and collective action in strengthening justice systems across our region. This conference is timely and forward-looking, with a theme leveraging technology in combating wildlife and transnational organized crime. This theme reflects a shared recognition that while organized crime networks are rapidly adopting technology to expand their reach, enforcement and prosecution must evolve just as decisively to remain effective. Traffic is a leading global non-governmental organization whose mission is to ensure that trade in wild species is legal, sustainable, and traceable for the benefit of people and nature. For nearly 5 decades, Traffic has worked at the intersection of biodiversity conservation, sustainable development, and criminal justice, using evidence, innovation, and partnership to address illegal and unsustainable wildlife trade. Central to Traffic's strategy is the evidence to influence approach. We generate high-quality data, analyze trade and crime trends, translate this intelligence into targeted action. Increasingly, this involves the use of technology, digital databases, risk profiling tools, open source intelligence, and financial analysis to expose trafficking networks, track illicit supply chains, and support stronger investigation and prosecutions. In this regard, we strongly commend the EAP and its leadership in enhancing regional cooperation in detection, investigation, and prosecution of transnational crimes. Such cooperation is indispensable in a region where criminal networks operate seamlessly across borders, jurisdictions, and sectors. Transnational organized crime poses a significant and growing threat to Eastern Africa. The region's strategic ports, transport corridors, and expanding digital connectivity, while essential for trade and integration, are also exploited by criminal syndicates engaged in wildlife trafficking, financial crime, corruption, and money laundering. Left unchecked, these crimes undermine governance, weaken institutions, and threaten democratic and economic stability. Eastern Africa's biodiversity, a global asset, has paradoxically made the region particularly vulnerable to wildlife crime. Globalization and technological advancement have enabled wildlife trafficking networks to become more sophisticated, using digital platforms, encrypted communications, and complex financial systems to conceal their activities and proceeds. Ladies and gentlemen, as East African country and community advances deeper economic and monetary integration, these risks posed by transnational organized crime, including wildlife crime, will only intensify if enforcement and prosecution do not keep pace. It is therefore imperative that regional responses are strengthened through technology-enabled investigations, intelligence-led prosecutions, and the systematic targeting of criminal finances. Traffic's vision is a world where wildlife trade is well regulated and contributes positively to conservation and livelihoods. Achieving this vision in East Africa requires recognizing wildlife crime as serious, organized, and economic crime, and leveraging technology to dismantle the criminal business models behind it. We therefore strongly welcome initiatives undertaken through the East African Association to strengthen asset tracing, recovery, and financial investigations. The use of digital financial tools, interagency information sharing platforms, and specialized training has already enhanced regional capacity to follow the money and disrupt organized criminal networks. Ladies and gentlemen, Traffic is proud to support prosecutors across Eastern Africa through specialized training, practical prosecution tools, and technical assistance. By building capacity in digital evidence, financial investigation, and the strategic use of technology, we aim to support successful prosecutions that deliver credible deterrence and ensure that wildlife crime is no longer a low-risk, high-reward enterprise. As I conclude, I urge all distinguished participants to continue strengthening cooperation, coordination, and collaboration, and to fully embrace technology as a force multiplier in the fight against wildlife crime and transnational organized crime. Prosecutorial leadership is central to this effort. Together, we can safeguard our region's natural resources, natural heritage, uphold the rule of law, and protect the future of regional integration for generations to come. I thank you all for your attention.
Can we once again give him a big round of applause, Dr. Malik Wajomto, Head of Office Traffic International East Africa, for his candid remarks. Honorable guest of honor, allow me now to invite Mr. José de la Mata, Vice President, Eurojust, also for his brief remarks. Is Mr. José with us? Is Mr. Aishan Abrasov, Head of the Organizational and Information Support Department of Anti-Corruption. Please, may I invite you now for your remarks. As he comes, let's give him a warm welcome. His remarks will be followed by those of the President of EAAP. But for now, Mr. Aishan, let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, first, let us express sincere appreciation to the organizers of this conference, especially to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution of the United Republic of Tanzania and to the Eastern African Association of Prosecutors for the excellent arrangement and warm hospitality. But beyond that, we also want to express our big gratitude to the whole MPS staff, officers, and prosecutors. Thank you. At the same time, we have the honor to convey the apologies of the Prosecutor General of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Dr. Kamran Aliyev, who due to prior official commitments is unable to participate in this important conference. Dr. Aliyev has asked that his warm wishes for the success of this meeting be conveyed to his friend and colleague, Mr. Renson Ingonga, Director of Public Prosecutions of Kenya and President of the Association, as well as to Mr. Sylvester Anthony, Director of Public Prosecutions of Tanzania, and to all distinguished participants. Dear colleagues, the theme of this conference, leveraging technology in combating wildlife and transnational organized crime, is both timely and highly relevant. Environmental and wildlife crime are no longer minor issues. They undermine biodiversity, weaken public trust, fuel corruption, generate significant illicit profits, and are increasingly linked to organized criminal network and money laundering. Recent global data confirms that wildlife trafficking remains a large-scale problem, affecting thousands of animals and plants across more than 160 countries and territories. Against this background, one principle remains important: follow the money. Wildlife and environmental crimes continue to grow because they generate profit and are often seen as low risk. For this reason, prosecution strategies should not stop at seizure or arrest alone. They should go further, identify those involved, trace the proceeds, and ensure crime does not pay. However, no country can address these challenges alone. Wildlife crime, trafficking networks, and their financial enablers move across borders much faster than traditional legal procedures. Our response must therefore be based on trusted partnership, rapid exchange of information, and strong practical cooperation between institutions. Exactly the kind of cooperation that the Eastern Africa Sessional Prosecutors is designated to strengthen. In Azerbaijan, under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev, environmental protection and sustainable development have become national priorities. In 2024, Azerbaijan hosted the United Nations Climate Conference, COP29, in Baku, demonstrating its strong commitment to global climate action. During that conference, the Office of the Prosecutor General of Azerbaijan partnered with the UNODC in a high-level event dedicated to mobilizing law enforcement for enhanced climate action. This discussion emphasized the need to integrate criminal justice responses into the broader climate agenda. Importantly, this dialogue did not end in Baku. This continued at later international platforms, confirms that environmental protection, climate resilience, and law enforcement cooperation must be addressed together. As part of this effort, in 2024, our office also hosted the 29th Annual Conference and General Meeting of the International Association of Prosecutors with a dedicated panel on environmental and forestry crimes. The same broader issues, including the climate agenda and the link between anti-corruption efforts and environmental crime, were also discussed during the 6th plenary meeting of the UN Global Network. Dear colleagues, esteemed delegates, this development reaffirms that prosecution service must play an active role in preventing ecological crimes, ensuring accountability and supporting effective implementation of legal frameworks. Our institution today stands ready to support dialogue, exchange experience, and strengthen cooperation with the colleagues from Eastern Africa and beyond. By combining strong legal framework, professional integrity, modern technology, and international cooperation, prosecution services can make an important contribution to protecting biodiversity, defending the rule of law, and safeguarding the interests of future generations. We wish this conference every success and are confident that its discussions will lead to practical and lasting results. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aishan Abbasov, Head of the Organizational and Information Support Department of the Anti-Corruption, all the way from Azerbaijan, for your candid remarks. Honorable guest of honor, we now have the pleasure to hear from Honorable Renson Igonga, the DPP Kenya, but the President of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors, for his opening remarks, to be followed by a brief entertainment. As our President comes to speak to us, let's welcome him with a big round of applause. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Republic of United Democratic Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Mwigulu. my fellow heads of prosecuting authorities, delegates, good morning.
Good morning.
Hamjambo. Let me ride on protocols already established by the previous speakers and start by saying that it is my distinct honor and privilege as President of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors to warmly welcome all of you to this 11th annual general meeting and conference here in Dar es Salaam. We are deeply grateful to the government of the United Republic of Tanzania for its unwavering support, and we extend our sincere appreciation to our host, Honorable Sylvester Mwakitalu, the DPP of the Republic of Tanzania, together with his team at the National Prosecution Service, whose dedication and meticulous preparations have ensured the success of this conference. This year's theme, leveraging technology in combating wildlife and transorganized crime, is both timely and strategic. As prosecutors, we operate within an increasingly complex and digitized global landscape where criminal networks are rapidly exploiting emerging technologies, virtual assets, and digital platforms to commit crime. The link between technology and crime presents both a challenge and an opportunity for us. While criminal networks utilize digital tools to obscure money trails, coordinate illicit trade, and exploit regulatory gaps, technology equally provides us with the powerful instruments to detect, investigate, and prosecute these offenses more effectively. It is therefore incumbent upon us as prosecutors to remain innovative and collaborative in our approaches. As an organization, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution Kenya has invested in and actively utilizes data analytics within specialized divisions such as the Anti-Corruption and Wildlife Crimes Division through the case work system. This enables prosecutors to effectively monitor the progress of cases and review overall service delivery performance. We intend to use this approach in all other transorganized crimes. The office has also established a dedicated cyber crimes unit that works in close collaboration with other divisions to ensure early and thorough analysis and preparation of cases. In addition, the office has recently launched the Mutual Legal Assistance Guidelines for prosecutors. This has ensured that prosecutors actively participate in international and regional trainings and workshops to acquire international best practices on leveraging technology in combating transorganized crimes within the region. That's why we have this kind of conference, for us to be able to share experiences and what colleagues in other parts of the world are doing to make sure that we fight transorganized crimes. This continuous exposure is vital as it strengthens prosecutorial capacity, fosters cross-border collaboration, and equips our teams with innovative approaches to address evolving crimes. As a result, these efforts have significantly contributed to the effective prosecution of cases in court. Colleagues, we often measure our success by the convictions we secure from transorganized crimes. However, we are only doing half the job when we don't follow the money and assets. We are essentially handing those criminals a haven to thrive. Investing in anti-money laundering and financial crimes prosecution is essential for deterrence. Further, investing more resources to train our prosecutors on analyzing transaction records, money flows, and asset tracing, we are dismantling criminal networks and ultimately protecting our economies as well as national security. The role of prosecutors, therefore, becomes even more critical as we occupy a central and indispensable role. As prosecutors, we are not only tasked with presenting cases in court, but are also strategic actors in the criminal justice chain. We shape investigations through early engagement, guide in development of cases, and ultimately ensure that offenders are held accountable through effective, professional, and timely prosecutions. This approach must be anchored in close collaboration with investigative agencies and a sustained focus on prosecuting not only predicate offenses, but money laundering and related offenses as well. Our role as prosecutors is critical in ensuring that we move beyond prosecuting underlying crimes to dismantling the financial incentives that drive criminals. Colleagues and distinguished guests, the program before us reflects this reality. It is robust, forward-looking, and carefully curated to address the most pressing issues in our field. From critical discussions on whether to regulate or restrict virtual assets in combating transnational organized crime, to strategies for dismantling digital illicit financial networks, and to strengthening the integrity and admissibility of digital evidence through regional cooperation. These discussions are designed to deepen our collective understanding and sharpen our prosecutorial response. Importantly, this conference provides a vital platform for the exchange of practical experiences, best practices, and lessons learned across jurisdictions. It is through such engagements that we can build stronger frameworks for mutual legal assistance, enhance joint investigations, and promote coordinated prosecution strategies across our region and beyond. Equally important is the role of partnerships. We acknowledge and deeply appreciate the presence of and continued support from our partners in the European Union, German government, France government, and Traffic International for their invaluable contribution in facilitating this conference. Such partnerships are critical in strengthening our institutional capacity and enhancing our ability to respond to complex and emerging crimes. We also recognize the instrumental role played by IDLO, whose support has been vital in building prosecutorial capacity, advancing legal reforms, and fostering cross-border cooperation in the fight against transorganized crimes. Distinguished delegates, our annual general meeting holds equal importance. It provides us with an opportunity to reflect on our progress, deliberate on governance matters, and shape the strategic direction of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors. In particular, we will consider key reports, membership reconstitution, and election of the new executive committee, all of which are critical to ensuring the continued growth and effectiveness of our association. A major milestone for this meeting will be the launch of the EAP Strategic Plan 2023-2027. The strategic plan sets out the association's vision for strengthening prosecutorial cooperation, enhancing institutional capacity, and responding effectively to emerging and evolving forms of crime within our region. I'm particularly pleased that alongside our own efforts, we have the support of development partners and international partners who stand ready to help us actualize the activities outlined in this plan. As we engage in these deliberations, we must seize this opportunity to build stronger professional networks, foster trust, and strengthen the collaborative mechanisms necessary to effectively combat transnational organized crimes. Ultimately, our collective success will depend on our ability to adapt to the changing nature of crime, to leverage technology responsibly and effectively, and to work together across borders with a shared sense of purpose and commitment. This is a call to action. With these remarks, I wish to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all of you for your presence here in Dar es Salaam, and I'm confident that our engagements will be fruitful and that this conference and the 11th annual general meeting will mark yet another milestone in fulfilling our objectives. As the Director of Public Prosecutions Kenya, I reaffirm our commitments to working together with all members and our partners in advancing justice, enhancing cooperation, and leveraging innovation for the benefit of our region. I will also want to appreciate the presence of our colleagues from Azerbaijan who are able to be here. And I know the Eurojust president will be with us. He may have delayed, but he'll be with us as a representative from the European Union. But this is just to wish you all good deliberations. Thank you.
Hi, thank you very much. Honorable Renson Igonga, the DPP Kenya, but also the President of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors, for your welcoming remarks. Honorable guest of honor, allow me now to give our guest a taste of Tanzania's entertainment, as it was initially mentioned on behalf of the Regional Commissioner, extending an invitation to the long and beautiful beaches of Dar es Salaam. It is also known Tanzania to host Kilimanjaro, the highest standalone mountain in the world, but also Serengeti and Zanzibar. So delegates, as you're in Tanzania, do please make time to enjoy the beaches in Dar es Salaam. Bagamoyo is an hour drive, but we also have Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain, Serengeti, beautiful Serengeti National Park, but also Zanzibar is 15 minutes flight, but also about 1.5 hours cruise, beautiful cruise. Do visit and enjoy your presence enjoy Tanzania while you're still here. But for now, guest of honor, allow me to invite JKT Mgulani for the entertainment, to be followed by the remarks by Honorable Zainab Katimba, who will then extend an invitation to you, guest of honor. But for now, naomba burudani, tunakimbizana kidogo na muda. Asante.
Milana desi tuliwe, awo Milana desi tuliwe, awo ahe awe. Tanzania tafurahia utamaduni wa nchi wetu uliorithi mzuri sana, mafanikio ya wasisi wetu utaifa letu. Tanzania tafurahia utamaduni wa nchi wetu uliorithi mzuri sana, mafanikio uliyopata ni mengi sana, mengi enzi maneno ya wasisi wetu. Milana desi tuliwe, Milana desi tuliwe, awo Milana desi tuli ndicho kielelezo chetu. wa Tanzania. We mila na desturi ndicho kielelezo chetu wa Tanzania. Ona nenda kule kusini ngoma wanachezaga ndiyo desturi zetu we. Haya tazama wewe pwani pia wanachezaga kibati ndiyo ngoma zetu we. We ai mila na desturi we. Haya we ai mila na desturi we. Awe utamaduni wewe awo. Sema utamaduni wewe ae. Wewe utamaduni wewe awo ae haya. Asema utamaduni wewe awo. Eti utamaduni yeye awo. Wewe utamaduni wewe awo ae haya.
Ni kitambulisho cha kila taifa kwa utashi wao na maisha.
Kwa utashi wao na ma. Ni kitambulisho kwa kila taifa kwa utashi wao.
A big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen, for that wonderful performance. Naomba kiongozi aje hapa mbele. Karibu. Njoo mama. Naomba tuwapige makofi. Another round of applause. Thank you very much for that beautiful welcoming performance by JKT Mgulani Band. Honorable guest of honor. Without further ado, allow me now to invite Honorable Zainab Katimba, the Deputy Minister for Constitutional and Legal Affairs of the United Republic of Tanzania, for her remarks, and then extend an invitation to you to address this congregation. As she comes, let's give a warm round of applause. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa.
Honorable Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, Member of Parliament, Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania, distinguished delegates, in the interest of time, please allow me to stand on the protocol previously established by our host, the DPP of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Sylvester Mwakitalo. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is my pleasure to warmly welcome you all to our beautiful country, the United Republic of Tanzania, and in particular to the vibrant city of Dar es Salaam. I also feel deeply honored to extend my sincere gratitude to the Almighty God, by whose grace we have safely traveled from various destinations across the Eastern African region to gather here today for this significant occasion, the 11th Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors Annual General Meeting and Conference. Honorable Prime Minister, allow me to express my sincere gratitude to Her Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for granting you permission and for your personal acceptance of this invitation to serve as the guest of honor at this momentous occasion. I am fully aware of your demanding schedule. In that regard, your presence here today reflects the significant sacrifice of your valuable time, setting aside many other important responsibilities in order to be part of this event. We are deeply honored. Your presence here today is a clear statement to the unwavering commitment of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania to strengthening regional and international cooperation in the fight against crime. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa Waziri Mkuu. On behalf of the Minister of the Constitutional and Legal Affairs, Honorable Dr. Juma Homera, I'm sincerely and deeply honored to be part of this occasion, whose theme is leveraging technology in combating wildlife and transnational organized crime. I'm confident that you will make the most of your time here by engaging in meaningful discussions and deliberations that will advance the objectives of the EAAP and consequently strengthen international cooperation in judicial matters within the region. I also believe that you will take full advantage of this platform to exchange experiences and share insights with our colleagues from Republic of Azerbaijan, who traveled a long distance to attend this event as a gesture of solidarity in the fight against transnational organized crime. At this moment, it is also fitting to encourage you all to set aside time to visit and appreciate some of Tanzania's remarkable tourist attractions, including the Zanzibar Stone Market, various national parks, and world-renowned national wonders such as the Ngorongoro Crater and Mount Kilimanjaro. Honorable Prime Minister, I wish not to hijack your precious time as your audience awaits you. My task was to welcome you to address this esteemed delegation. Without further ado, I now have the honor to welcome you to deliver your keynote address to this distinguished gathering. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, hadhira hii inasubiri kukusikiliza.
Tunaweza kukaa, we can get seated. Mheshimiwa Zainab Katimba, our Deputy Minister for Constitutional and Legal Affairs, the United Republic of Tanzania, and other fellow ministers and deputy ministers here present. Ndugu yangu Tambile, on behalf of the Regional Commissioner for Dar es Salaam, Honorable Renson Ingonga, the Director of the Public Prosecutions of the Republic of Kenya and the President of the East African Association of Prosecutors, my own brother Sylvester Anthony Mwakitaru, our DPP for Tanzania and the Treasurer of EAAP, Dr. Mustafa Siani, Jaji Kiongozi, or Principal Judge of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Malik Wajomto, the head of the Traffic International East Africa, Mr. Elshan Abbasov, the head of Organizations Information Support Department of the Anti-Corruption Republic of Azerbaijan, Honorable Attorney Generals and heads of prosecution authorities from all over the region, led by our brother Hamza Johari, the Attorney General of Tanzania, Honorable Mgeni Julian Jecha, the DPP from Zanzibar, representatives of heads of law enforcement agencies of the United Republic of Tanzania and from other countries, representatives from different international organizations, our own beloved religious leaders here present, esteemed sponsors and other development partners, distinguished delegates, and all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me join hands with our previous speakers to thank God for enabling us to attend this important event. I'm personally honored to be part of this program, as I was once in a time part of this family when I was privileged to be the Minister for Constitutional and Legal Affairs some years back. I'm honored to welcome you all in this important event marking the 11th Annual General Meeting and Conference of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors held here in the beautiful city of Dar es Salaam. And before I proceed, allow me to convey and extend the warmest greetings from Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, who welcomes you all to this blessed land of numerous tourist attractions and wonders of the world, including the Serengeti, the Ngorongoro craters, the Kilimanjaro mountain, which actually even Kenyans know that you can only climb when you're in Tanzania. You can see the mountain when you're in Kenya, but you can only climb when you're in Tanzania. As we all know, we are gathered here today for the opening ceremony of the 11th EAP Annual General Meeting and Conference under the theme Leveraging Technology in Combating Wildlife and Transnational Organized Crimes. Let me sincerely commend on Honorable Renson Ingonga, the President of EAP, and your Secretariat for such a convenient choice of the theme. This is real timely and meaningful. The choice of the theme is both timely and strategic, as it acknowledges the reality of the current challenges at the national, regional, and throughout the globe. Studies have shown that in most cases, the wildlife and the transnational organized crimes are planned, organized digitally, financed electronically, coordinated across borders, and also they are concealed through complex technologies, and hereby the planning and effect of such crimes can easily cross borders in a speed which at times may bypass detections. In this setup, we can barely succeed in the fight against transnational organized crimes without reciprocal leveraging of technology as an important arsenal in combating this surge within the Eastern Africa region and the world as a whole. It is imminent that illegal wildlife trade and other forms of transnational organized crimes pose greater concerns to our nations. These includes depletion of our God-given precious natural resources, and the claims are also imminent that they pose threats to the stability and the security of our nations. It has been there, and as you can talk with economists, you will find that illicit financial and capital outflows is part of the reasons as to why Africa is underdeveloped. And it has been there since those old days of the fight for liberation and independence, though it has different forms. In those days, it was under the cover of the West and East Cold Wars, and today it has different names. The sponsor of democracy is an umbrella, but literally it is a fight against our resources. It's a scramble against our resources. With this bitter reality at hand, the importance of international cooperation in combating transnational organized crimes cannot be overstated. Indeed, just as organized crime could not exist without cross-border operations, equally the law enforcement agencies and the judicial machinery within the region can hardly and effectively combat transnational organized crimes without efficient frameworks of international cooperation, especially in the spheres of mutual legal assistance and extraditions. Ladies and gentlemen, the United Republic of Tanzania has over time reviewed its legislations on mutual legal assistance to widen the scope of assistance rendered. The review has led to the adoption of new types of assistance, such as preserving and obtaining all forms of computer and telecommunication data, interception of postal items, interception of communication data, and convert electronic surveillance and controlled delivery and facilitating the tracking of evidence by video conferences. The United Republic of Tanzania has also done away with the mandatory requirement of transmission of requests via diplomatic channels to give way for expeditious and rapid execution of requests by the central authority, which is the DPP. These initiatives seek to widen the measures of assistance which we can offer to our sister nations as we continue with the fight against transnational organized crime in protection of our historic wildlife. I know you will not question about the generosity of Tanzania, as it has been the center for the fight of liberation movements in most regions of Africa, the southern region and other regions. And even today you have witnessed that we continue with the generosity. As you saw from our national anthem, we started asking God to bless Africa before we ask for the blessing to go to Tanzania. I was even gesturing with my neighbor, the president, Mr. Ingonga, when there was a shake of electricity. I said, don't worry, it is shaking because of our generosity, because we have to share the power with the Kenya, Zambia, Malawi, Uganda. Yes, generosity is within our blood. I therefore urge member states to use the EAP forum as a platform for enhancing cooperation in mapping organized crimes groups within the region. And in today's era where crime knows no borders, our response must be equally coordinated, strategic, and united. I always discuss with my fellow ministers when we meet and discuss issues of our regions that our colleagues, the groups of coordinated and organized crimes for themselves, they have no borders, no laws, and they have federated faster than we do our procedures to get into federation. We have to really embark on these initiatives to widen the measures of assistance within which we can offer to our sister nations as we continue with the fight against the transnational organized crimes in protection of our intrinsic wildlife. The effectiveness of our justice systems depend not only on the national capacity, but also on regional solidarity. It is therefore my hope that, among other things, this forum will serve as a tool of integrating financial intelligence systems, digital asset tracking, and coordinated confiscation proceedings. The United Republic of Tanzania believes that through EAP forum, member states whom you are here today will reinforce trust, harmonize standards, and build a professional network that transcends borders. It is thus evident that this 11th EAP AGM and conference is not just a mere statutory gathering, rather a reaffirmation of our collective efforts to resolve and enhance prosecutorial excellence and deepen regional collaboration and cooperation in fight against the transnational organized crimes. In that regard, I call upon member states to use this platform to reflect on our achievements and milestones, to evaluate the progress of our strategic objectives, and share best practices and innovative approaches, as well as strengthening mutual legal assistances and cross-border cooperations. As we deliberate over the 2 coming days, I implore you to engage openly and objectively, think broadly, and commit ourselves to measurable and action-oriented resolutions. And let this conference be remembered not only for meaningful discussions, but also for its concrete decisions for the prosperity of our countries in our region. We know crimes deny rights to our people. They deny development to our people. And they cause insecurities and interrupt programs, even private programs of our people. We have to take all the necessary measures and steps that can help to grant the rights to our people. As I wind up, allow me to acknowledge all the sponsors and development partners who have contributed in making this event a success. The United Republic of Tanzania appreciates this continued support in strengthening justice systems in our region. My appreciation should also go to all delegates who have traveled from across the region in furthering the objective of EAAP, and I also extend a special appreciation to the delegations from the Republic of Azerbaijan who have traveled a long distance just to be part of this event. Congratulations. I also happened to be there last year during COP meetings. We appreciate that today you have come for this agenda. I'm sure through the discussions we'll be able to exchange vast experience and good practices. This notable gesture from Azerbaijan delegation and others from the region is a manifestation of unwavering commitment in cooperation across the globe and in the fight against the crimes. While you are here, I encourage you to set some time and experience the hospitality, culture, and natural beauty of Tanzania, which is a land of unity, diversity, and opportunity. As you all are aware, and I have already pointed in the beginning, when I started my address, Tanzania is blessed with various tourist attractions such as Serengeti, Ngorongoro, and others. We have a lot of other national parks, Kilimanjaro, and the sand beaches of Zanzibar, which is just 15 minutes by flight from here to Zanzibar. And you can also experience, I saw my colleague, Deputy Minister for Home Affairs, can share with you the experience of other modes of transport through few kilometers in the water to Zanzibar. So, with these few remarks, I'm hereby declaring the 11th Annual General Meeting and Conference of the Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors officially opened, and I wish you fruitful deliberations. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiliza, and thank you very much for your kind attention. Nawatakia kila la heri.
Can we have another big round of applause to our guest of honor? Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, ni kushukuru sana. Kindly take your seats. Guest of honor, before we allow you to proceed on to your next agenda item, allow us to take a few photos to remember this auspicious event, and then proceed on to your next agenda while the delegates will proceed on to a brief tea break. As I call the groups, we shall take very few photos representing the rest of us. I will request, as you come to the stage, you will go through the stairs on the right-hand side of the stage and exit through the stairs on my left-hand side. May I request all of us, kindly those standing on the stage, to please rise for the first photo. Let's come close to
hotuba ya Waziri Mkuu wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, hivi leo akiwa mgeni rasmi katika mojawapo ya matukio makubwa sana kwa ukanda wa nchi zilizopo kusini mwa Afrika. Waziri Mkuu Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba hivi leo yeye amekuwa hapa mgeni katika mkutano wa mwaka, mkutano wa 11 wa mwaka wa Umoja wa Waendesha Mashtaka Ukanda wa Afrika Mashariki, yani Eastern Africa Association of Prosecutors, EAAP, ulioanzishwa mwaka 2010. Katika mikutano yake tangu mwaka 2010, huu ni mkutano wa 11, na kwa nchi ya Tanzania katika miaka kama miwili mitano hivi wamerejea hapa kwa mara ya pili. Walikuwa hapa mwaka 2021 pale Arusha, na kwa mwaka jana walikuwa pale nchini Uganda, lakini kwa mwaka huu wamerejea Tanzania na